Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the IWC Radio Podcast. Here with me this evening, Chucks and Beans. How you doing? Or Chucks and Will. I'm sorry, Beans is not here. Sorry, I got.
How dare you?
I'm sorry. My apologies. I had Beans on the brain for a sec. He's he's not here. He's got a headache of some sort. So.
Someone said he's doing the show from Total Landscaping. What was it? Total
Four season landscaping.
4 Seasons Landscaping.
Yeah.
That joke would have been so much better if I hadn't cocked it up.
Was 4 Seasons landscaping? I felt like I've missed something.
That's
Did you not
where.
hear that story?
Yeah, that's where like Trump was supposed to like hold this press conference, and instead of booking a Four Seasons hotel, they booked like this random landscaping place in Philadelphia that's like on the same street as like a bookshop and like an erotic place or whatever that you can just go in and
Yeah.
get porn or whatever. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Yeah, easy mistake.
yeah, easy, very confusable, you know.
Yeah, 4 Seasons. 4 Seasons Hotel. Who's heard of that? You know, it could be anywhere.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure everything's working. Anyway, yeah. So this past week, we've had 3 different cable guys come to the house here to fix some of the stuff that we've been having issues with the streaming, and it's like 95% fixed. Because like I think the third guy that came by, he was like some sort of like the head honcho for some division at the place, and he checked everything outside, and he's like, oh yeah, there's like old equipment out there, and that might be what's causing your issues. And I was like, oh, cool. And then we gave like a test run on Twitch and whatnot, and then as he was here, it was still like it was dropping for like a split second. I was like, oh, but then it went back to somewhat normal. So nothing too bad here, but that's been a massive headache for like the past like week and a half here, because like the first guy was like, yeah, you gotta check download this app, and it's like a Wi-Fi analyzer, and if you see anything in this little bubble, let us know. And when I would be losing frames on Twitch and whatnot, nothing would be in our little so-and-so bubble or anything like that. So he was supposed to call us back, never did. Instead, we got another guy who then came to the house. He worked commercial, and he replaced a splitter and one of the casings that the cable line feeds into the splitter, and he possibly said it might have been something called infrest, which is basically like a signal leak somewhere, and he got everything replaced. Still had the issue. He was supposed to call back, and that's when we got the third guy. So, yeah, it was crazy. He tightened up some wires in the back room, TV, and stuff outside, and replaced some stuff there. And he was like, yeah, that shit was like 10 years old. I was like, wow, that's crazy. So
you're just having like a series of guys coming around saying, this is all really old. I'll replace a cable here and there.
Yeah.
And then it should be fine now.
Yeah.
And then it's not, so you get another one round. And you go, oh man, this is rude.
Yeah.
If we had this more than 12 months, yeah, that'll be a problem.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, been there.
A few years ago, quite a long time ago now, actually, about 10 years ago, I used to work for a quite popular British internet provider.
Yeah.
I won't
10
name
years
it.
ago. 10 years ago.
The one that's not Sky. There you go.
That narrows it down.
If you go back far enough, because now it's like you got Sky and Virgin Media, and maybe BT if you don't want TV, because Sky basically uses BT anyway, so you may as well go with that. But 10 years ago, I don't know if Telewest was around in my area. There was a couple of others maybe back then before they all got bought up by the big two.
Yeah, well, it doesn't really matter. I might as well say I basically I got the job with TeleWest.
Yeah.
That sounds like a
And
weird
then
name for a
I've
cable
been-
company.
It
TeleWest.
was. Well, there was two. There was TeleWest and NTL.
NTL, yeah, that was one.
And basically what happened was they merged together. They were like quite big rivals, and they merged.
Into NTL West.
Well, they were actually called NTL TeleWest. That was the full name. Which is just a mouthful.
Yeah.
And then they became what we now know as Virgin Media.
Mm.
I'd actually been working there for a week when the takeover actually went through. So, well, that was a bit of a chaotic time. But I used to work on the internet helpline, so I'd be the guy you'd phone up and go, my internet's not working.
Ah, okay.
And 90% of the stuff we'd tell people was bullshit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you've done the right thing by getting someone out, because you actually get something done then, because you get nothing done over the phone. We didn't do anything either.
Yeah, they would just check things, and they would, like, we can reset the signal.
Yeah, that's all we do.
If that didn't help, they would just be like, all right, we can send a tech out. Which wouldn't be that.
He'll reset your router as well.
Yeah.
This is a big problem. I'll have to get the senior technician out next time around.
It's kind of good actually, because it was just around the time when Wi-Fi wireless was coming in. So
yeah, that was
people
thing.
didn't. Not everyone had it, but then because as Virgin we didn't supply Wi-Fi, we only supplied the cable bit. As soon as anyone said I'm wireless, they just go, no, we don't support you, go away.
That's like a great job. Just find your way out of every problem.
Yeah, pretty much.
Keep them talking until they say something that you go, there you go. We can't deal with you.
That was another thing. Like, everybody assumed when I mentioned I was streaming things, to Twitch and whatnot, they thought I was doing it wirelessly, which would kind of explain some of the issues. But I was like, no, it's hardwired into the modem, and they're like, oh, well, that's weird.
Yeah,
yeah,
it is.
Yeah. That's why I called you.
I'm using a cable.
Oh man.
Lots of new cables.
But yeah, it's been stressful. I'm just kind of glad it's been mostly fixed, because like it'll still randomly drop frames, but it doesn't like last forever. I would love to know what's causing it, but that's pretty much hard to pinpoint. But
we could never tell people, because obviously there's certain things you're not supposed to say. But
yeah,
the TeleWest, as it was, network
TeleWest
was crap.
Oh.
And they kept adding more people on or increasing the speed. They're still doing it now, I think.
Yeah.
They kept increasing the speeds and getting more customers in, and not actually doing anything with the network itself. Yeah. So the network couldn't handle it, and we'd get loads of people calling up saying, my internet's gone slow, and we'd there's nothing we could do, because the network was shit, and we couldn't actually say that. So. In a roundabout way, actually on my last day, I did tell some guy that it was crap.
Yeah, it's crap. Sorry.
But yeah, you'd have to sort of go all around the houses trying to tell someone that it's not actually nothing we can do. It's because the network's shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was fun.
I'm glad I've never worked telesales.
Yeah, same.
Call center seems like absolute hell.
There was one point.
Yeah, the actual job was quite good. People were decent. It was just the customers, we didn't like them.
Yeah. I guess it's just like any other job then.
There was one point where I was going to work in like some sort of call center, and then I looked up. I did my homework to see what it would entail, and it seemed like a lot of unhappy former employees, and I was like, yeah, I'll pass.
I think most people who work in a call center are unhappy. I think it's kind of goes with the job.
Yeah. I feel you there.
So anyway, let's go. Have you got a president yet?
I mean, everybody says that the election was a fraud or something, but as far as I know, we have a new president. If you
Depends who you listen to, though, doesn't it?
Pretty much.
Every media, even Fox, every news outlet says nope, no evidence at all, nothing to see here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's got to be something to it.
Yeah.
At least it's one of those things like that you've got to look into it, right? If
Yeah.
there's a chance that something dodgy's been going on, you have to look into it.
Right. But if you look into it and there's nothing there,
then that's great.
Yeah.
That's the perfect outcome, really.
Yeah.
It means your system works and it's not being abused. That would be great. But here's an example. As someone who is not a huge fan of the Big D, if it did come out that there was some shenanigans going on, and he is the rightful winner, would you prefer the dodginess to just be upheld? Would you overlook the fraud thing just to get him out? Or would you bite the bullet and say, man, the system's the system, here we go again?
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. I anything that involves democracy, in a way, I would accept. So as long as it's not like he cheated this or whatever, or
right,
dead people voted or any of that nonsense. As long as it was legit, which, I mean, everything seems to point that it's legit, unless you listen to certain people, then I would accept it, yeah.
I think it's...
I worry about how many people wouldn't, and they would prefer,
Yeah, that's a good
takes,
question, actually. Yeah. How desperate would people be to try to get him out of office?
Pretty damn desperate. Maybe even desperate enough to steal an election.
I think he's gone too far now, though, and I think he's kind of clever, really. I think when what's the other guy's name? Biden. When he's you see him on the TV now, and he's doing these press conferences, and he's got office of the president-elect and all this all over him. And I think it's gone too far now that Trump could actually show cast iron proof that there was fraud.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone would believe him anyway.
Yeah.
They just go. Yeah.
That's also a good point. Yeah.
Because whatever happens, he does look like a really bad loser.
Yeah.
Even if he's not a loser at all, it just looks like he is.
That's very true.
It turns out there was massive fraud. He won by however many votes, and still, it looks like he's the one that's cheated. I don't know. I don't know what happens. But at least they're looking into it, because it would be nice to get some answers one way or the other.
Yeah.
Are they though? Are they actually doing anything about it?
Well, he's got some lawyers looking into it. I think he's filed some stuff, so we'll see. Apparently, he's got a lot of sworn affidavits from a lot of people who were in the vote counting areas. I think mostly in Pennsylvania, right? Who were saying that there's some stuff going on.
True.
I don't know. Maybe they're all lying, but that's a lot of perjury. I don't know. I guess we'll see.
But also at the same time, I mean, these are the same people that don't know how to book a hotel and got confused by a landscaping place. Do you really trust them to be able to follow like a lawsuit and and prove that these people cheated? Arrest them.
That's the other thing. Do you reckon even because if he is the loser, he's obviously not president anymore, they're saying that he's going to get arrested for he's supposedly done all kind, hasn't he, while he's been president, and then he's probably going to pardon himself.
Can he do that?
Apparently it's a tradition that the president gets to pardon so many people on the way out. An outgoing president can pardon
himself.
I mean,
well, it's never been done before. So.
Yeah.
I would feel like there must be
it's 2020.
Like
why not?
A little disclaimer at the bottom of that rule.
Well, they think his way out, his way around that could actually be that the vice president also gets to pardon so many people.
Okay.
So what's his name? Mike Pence.
Yeah.
he's gonna he'll basically use his pardon to pardon Trump.
And then
So-
Trump could pardon Pence for obviously
Yeah.
breaking whatever rule it is to pardon Trump.
Yeah.
And then everyone gets out. It's the perfect crime.
So I don't actually know
Why
what
does
he's gonna. Why
Why did he pardon Assange, WikiLeaks?
Well, he said he was looking into that, didn't he? When someone asked that question at one of the press conferences, and it was a pretty vague response, but he said he was looking into that, and nothing ever came of it. So.
He looked into it and
So
forgot
annoying.
about him.
That's
Probably
the worst
did.
answer. I know, that's so annoying looking into it.
Yeah.
Just means that nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
And the other guy, what was the other guy? The one who kicked it all off, the guy who did all the leaks in the first place?
Snowden?
That's
And
one.
Snowden, yeah.
Apparently he was getting a pardon, and nothing's really come of that.
Yeah.
He said he was looking into that as well. He's a liar, basically.
No!
Who knew?
Politicians lie?
Imagine that.
Donald Trump's a liar. Who knew?
Anyway.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. Big scoop. Should we get into wrestling?
Alright.
Why not?
Hey! I can't do that. Oh, actually, I can. Hold on. Well, technically, I don't have a can, but I have a bottle, so it's just more of a... There we go.
Oh.
There it is.
That was even better.
It's just a 16-ounce Mountain Dew, which I kind of need because I'm a little low-key here today, or a little low-fi, or whatever they call it.
Low energy.
That's
No
it.
stamina,
Yeah.
as the Trumpster would say.
I need some, like, Alpha Brain or whatever, like Steve Austin.
As long as it's not T+. Do they still sell T+?
I haven't heard of, like, Alpha Brain and all that in years, to be honest with you. Like, I don't even know if Onnit's still a thing. I hope it is.
They've still got a website.
Okay, that's good. That's a good sign.
Yeah. Total strength plus performance. Maybe that's the new T+. As I don't see any T+ here. Shroom Tech Sport, that's still there.
Yeah, there we go. I remember that.
Yeah, there you go. Right. Predictions?
Yes, one sec. I have to hit a button. I have to be alt-tabbed here. And then I would have to have the music playing. All this at once. There you go. And then music here, which would be... I gotta load up the media player. There we are. And then I gotta find Roadhog, which is the name of the track. And then...
Oh,
it's just... It's the name of the track, that's all. There it goes. All right.
the HOGG.
That was seamless, mate. Well done.
I know. Thank you. I'm also playing Fortnite, and ever since daylight savings time, I have like an hour less to play, and I meant to get on last night to knock out some dailies, so that's what I'm doing right now before the day cycles, because all the stuff refreshes at 5 o'clock instead of 6, so just another reason daylight savings time needs to fucking go already.
Wouldn't that have updated along with the daylight saving? If it's at 6, it would be at 6, right?
You'd
Unless
think.
the servers are hosted somewhere that didn't go back.
Yeah, you'd think, but no, it updates at 5 now. I'm just like, fuck.
That's how it is over here. Whenever we play games and stuff that are, US based,
Yeah.
we get the daylight saving a week or two before. Then for that whole week, everything's a little off.
Yeah.
But it syncs back up. It all sorts of stuff out when you do it.
Yeah, Arizona over here is like the only state that doesn't honor daylight savings
That's
time.
right.
And maybe that's where the servers are hosted. They're all in Arizona somewhere.
I don't know from when there's like a WWE show. It's told an hour earlier.
Yeah.
I nearly missed what was the one? Hell in a Cell. I nearly missed it last time because it started at 11. Just ridiculous.
Yeah, I think I started like halfway into the Reigns and Uso match. Same deal. Apparently the EU is not doing daylight savings as of next year.
Good.
Yeah, they did a vote last year, and
Good.
we voted to go out of it, so we.
I really hope we still get to join in that thing.
I don't think we will. I think they want to keep it because it's something to do with farmers or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never understood. That is the stupidest argument.
Yeah, it is.
Of every profession, I can't imagine one profession that is more suited to waking up whenever the hell you want.
I like how legit mad Chuck's got at that.
I always hear that. It's about like agriculture. It's about farmers need more hours of daylight. The daylight's the same. It doesn't make any sense.
It's true.
Just like wake up an hour earlier.
Get an alarm clock.
Or whatever. Work when the sun's out. You don't have any because you're farmers. You live on the farm. You don't have to get public transport. Everything's self-contained in your farm. Just do whatever.
Okay.
That's my stance anyway. So if we're not changing because of farmers, I'm gonna be pissed.
Well, no,
I'm gonna rig an election to get this Boris guy out.
No.
That's it. We're gonna miss out because we're as of about a month or so, we won't be in the EU.
Yeah.
So.
But we could just choose to do it as
Well,
well.
we could do it ourselves, but yeah, that involves too much effort. I think we've got enough fun at the minute.
It would be pretty funny if, after all of this time, we leave and then just do everything the EU does anyway. Every decision they make, yeah, that sounds pretty good. Let's we'll join in with that one.
Well, that was right there. I didn't get the whole. I know I've gone off on a tangent here, but the whole Brexit thing and the vote and the deal and all that nonsense. I didn't get the whole thing in that. Why didn't they just say, okay, up until this date we'll do it as the EU, and then after that date we'll do our own thing?
That's what it is.
Well, yeah, but now they're talking about negotiations of how they get certain things that we get now, and then I don't understand. I'm probably talking nonsense. But,
there are people that totally agree. Just like cut all ties, and then we'll work it out.
Yeah.
But there's also a few like the benefits that we get for being in. We kind of want to hang on to, but they're not going to just let us carry on without getting a few things back.
So how about fishing? That's a big thing.
A lot about fishing because we've got the North Sea. That's our waters, but there's a lot of fish there, and Europe wants our fish.
Well,
yeah, that's a thing.
Fish.
We can't have our fish. Scottish salmon or whatever. Like that's too valuable. They can't just have our fish.
That's our fish, yeah.
That's our fish. If you want our fish, we have to get, I don't know, French cheese or something. Swiss chocolate. Yeah.
There you go.
That's a good deal. I've just done it. I've just come up with a deal.
That's it.
You should be a diplomat.
You're better than the Coral lot.
Well, the David Davis. Right, predictions then. Did either of you see the buy-in pre-show?
Yes.
Yeah.
You did? Both of you?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm impressed. Serena beat Alison Kay to retain. Was it any good? What happened?
I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't quite remember most of the match, but I do remember that it kind of reminded me of like TNA, or at the very least NWA before the shutdown. So NWA Power.
See, if you remember, I think the match might have finished slightly earlier than they expected it to. There was a bit of a long stare down.
Yeah, Thunder Rosa came out.
Yeah.
There's like that. Yeah, that long stare down was well pointed out.
Seemed to go on for longer than it probably should have done. They were trying to fill time, I think. But other than that, yeah, it's nothing outstanding, but good enough.
Just the thing. Cool. So that's points for everyone. Happy with that. Main show opened with the final of the title eliminator, whatever, number one contenders match. Kenny Omega, Hangman Page. This was good.
Yeah, I enjoyed this one.
ended up with Omega winning, and that's points for you two, but not me and Beans.
Haha.
But good match. I don't know if anyone's got anything to say about it.
It took a long time for it to conclude.
Yeah, it just seemed to drag on a little bit, now you mention it.
Hold on. Oop, there we go.
16 minutes it says here. I would have said longer than that.
Felt longer.
Ah. A lot of action anyway. And even JR seemed to be pretty impressed by these guys. He's usually kind of grumpy and not really into it. He seemed pretty happy. Even if he didn't understand why Kenny Omega is the cleaner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just because he has
Orange.
women with brooms, that's all.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Likes to have a very clean house. So. Orange beat Silver. So that's, I think, points. Oh no, Smoot went for Long John Silver.
Sure did.
That's one of your predictions again.
Oh, that reminds me. I'm being spied on by YouTube.
By YouTube.
What do you mean?
Last week we had a little bit of a discussion about why John Silver was called John Silver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously I would have said the name John Silver like I just did. So someone was listening to me, because the next day on my YouTube, in the recommended stuff, and I've not searched for him, I've no intention of searching for him. The video of, which I didn't even know he was part of Tough Enough apparently, a couple of years ago. The video of him in Tough Enough was in the recommended videos.
Oh, weird.
Huh.
So yeah, I'm being spied on by Amazon, YouTube. Probably together, working together.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, that's crazy.
So,
He was on Tough Enough. I'm not getting anything about him on Tough Enough.
oh,
John Silver and Tough Enough.
yeah, I haven't made this up unless I was dreaming.
He's done job matches. He was beaten by Ryback and Lars Sullivan
Oh, why?
and Heavy Machinery.
What the fuck?
Or maybe, oh no, sorry, I'm slightly wrong. He wasn't actually on Tough Enough, but it was his Tough Enough application,
Oh, his like audition tape.
which is strangely on the WWE YouTube channel.
Yeah, there's one for MJF there as well.
So yeah, sorry, I kind of got that wrong a bit.
And it also stood for a different set of initials too at the time.
Really?
Yeah.
MJF.
Yeah.
What was he gonna be?
Oh, let me see if I can find the thing here. Because like I got one of those random videos as well. I think.
Oh, yeah, Max.
Yeah, Maxwell
There we go,
something
we got it.
Friedman. Yeah.
I woke up this morning from my usual.
No, stop playing. Come on.
Oh, was it Maxwell Feinstein?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
Something
Yeah,
like that.
Feinstein. Yeah, that's got to change.
Yeah, that wouldn't have gone down well. Well,
But the title says Friedman, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess they don't want that name on there. And I guess it comes up now. There's probably a spite thing. If anyone searches for Maxwell Friedman,
Yeah, he
it
was
comes
like,
up
hey.
with that,
wouldn't
him being a kid, like trying out.
it wouldn't surprise me if they changed the title of the video to go longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Cassidy beats John Silver despite having his pockets ripped out.
Yeah.
But, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do now? He's got no pockets.
It was at
Managed to
this
pull it
point
off
I was
anyway.
having Twitter troubles because of the the cable issues that I mentioned at the top of the show. Like I couldn't upload anything to Twitter because my uploads like in the shit, pretty much. Like download was fine, but the upload speed was in the garbage. So, but yeah, pretty much, yeah, he ripped his pockets out, and I was trying to upload that onto Twitter, and it was just, I don't know, it was an ordeal.
Haven't it? Then maybe the big news of the night: Darby All-In has beaten Cody Rhodes for the TNT title.
Cody Rhodes with his name back now.
Yeah, apparently Cody Rhodes has his name back. So that's cool. I like him having.
Introduced as Cody Rhodes. I can't remember.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They had it on the name graphic and everything. Yeah.
The announcers kept using it as well. It seemed like they enjoyed being able to use it.
Yeah.
So that is a point for Beans.
See, there is some talk now because the whole stipulation of him not being allowed to go for the world title, the AEW world title.
Yeah.
That was for Cody.
You think this is going to be his loophole?
Yeah.
That could be his loophole.
Didn't say anything about Cody Rhodes, and he becomes AEW World Champ or whatever.
The name on the contract is Cody.
It doesn't say who Cody.
I kind of want to give myself half a point here for predicting a draw.
No.
I had, I think, 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, 3 weeks of TV to catch up on before the pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
The first week that I watched, I think, on Monday, had Cody going to a draw with Orange Cassidy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. They're not going to do it again now, are they?
Nope.
If only I'd caught up before the show, I wouldn't have predicted a draw. Screwed myself over for being out of touch.
Okay, Corn.
That's a point for Beans anyway. That's no big loss. Hikaru Shida beat Nyla Rose again for the women's title.
Yeah, shocker.
Shocker. She pulled it off again, so that's points for me and Beans, not for you guys. News coming out of this one is Vicky Guerrero seemed kind of annoyed with Nyla for losing, slapped Nyla.
Yep.
After Nyla said, "Slap me," and then walked off. Nyla Rose didn't do anything in retaliation. She just took it.
And left, yeah.
What's that about?
I don't like that they're teasing a rift between those two already.
Yeah, that seemed too soon.
Nothing
else we got mentioned.
I don't know. It just seems like this whole Nyla Hikaru thing's kind of done. So hopefully this is like the last match for a while.
Yeah, I think so. Where's Riho? Where did she go?
Japan. Because of the whole pandemic, you know?
Yeah. Okay,
Really?
fair enough. Pandemic, eh? First I've heard of it.
Again, it should be a different.
Then we had... Oh, here we go. The tag team title match. Finally, after all these years, the Young Bucks beat FTR. FTR champions not for very long. Their first loss in AEW. Young Bucks champions, if they'd had lost, they never would have been able to challenge for the belts again.
Unless they came up with the TNT tag titles.
Yeah, exactly. But nope, no worries about that. They are now the champions after a year.
Ironic because of the FTR lost because of a flip.
Because of a flip.
Yeah.
They broke their game plan.
Yeah.
Exactly. If it was WWE, Dax Harwood would get pissed at Cash Wheeler for trying a flip.
Yep.
And they would split up.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. So this was good. I don't know how good you guys thought it was, but Dynamite Dave rated this one 5.25 stars.
Oh my god.
Broke the scale again.
Dynamite.
I
5.25.
I thought it was good.
5.25.
I wouldn't go 5 on that, or 5.25. Maybe 4, maybe even 3. Dare I say?
Really, a 3? That's harsh.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't like completely knocked my socks off or anything like that.
I was expecting it to be better. I know what you mean, but it did go half an hour and it was very good.
And there was
So I
blood.
think I could go for 3. 3 is so average.
Yeah, maybe 4. 4 for the blood.
Yeah, I think it deserves a bit more just because of the work. I thought it was good. Young Bucks were very flippy. FTR were very solid and fundamental like they are.
Until the end.
Until the end, when they made that mistake, which is a good story. Not sure why he did it, but it makes sense that that's what led to the end. I also there was a little thing early on. I think it was Matt that did the moonsault and hurt his ankle. I think that was it his knee or his ankle? I think it was his ankle. He hurt on a moonsault.
Something like that, yeah.
Missed moonsault. So their game plan, doing all the flips, cost them high risk maneuver. Later in the match, FTR, supposed to be like the ring generals, the fundamental guys who just do everything basic but solid. Low risk maneuver. They cost themselves the match by not checking where they were for a pin cover. They should have won if only you pulled him a bit further out into the ring, but the leg under the ropes. That's good. It's kind of like both guys, their signature thing. Little mistake costing them. Yeah. Don't know. Good match anyway, and that was, did I say points for Beatles and Will, not for me and Smoot. Damn.
Right.
Bad show for me so far. Elite Deletion, Hardy Compound. This is where things get weird.
I need to see this again because I fell asleep during this. I need to watch it again.
How?
I was knackered.
So this starts out with Sammy Guevara rocking up to the Hardy Compound in a golf cart, and not Vanguard 1, Neo, right? Neo 1 scans him, and at the bottom of that, you see the drone vision, the drone's eye cam, and at the bottom there's some coordinates like N30 whatever W something.
The longitude, latitude, and all that.
Right, the geo coordinates.
Yeah.
I had to do it. I was watching on my desktop here. Went to Google Maps, typed those in. It comes up as Cameron, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And so while I was there, I figured Cameron's not that big. I'll look around, see if I can find the Hardy compound. Because, it should be fairly obvious. There's a lake of reincarnation there. Matt has a huge house. Mm-hmm. There's a wrestling ring. There's a dome of deletion. And Jeff presumably has that trailer with all of his giant statues. So, how hard could it be to find the Hardy compound? Looked around, found somewhere that looks like it could be it. Went to Street View, don't look anything like it. Damn it, I can't find it. Looked around, just nothing. Nothing at all.
Yeah?
I'm really disappointed. Thought I could find out where the Hardy compound is.
Maybe it's just slightly outside of Cameron, North Carolina.
Probably. Or maybe it's not all, maybe it's in South Carolina.
Oh,
somewhere else entirely. Yeah. Yeah, a little disappointed by that. Strange stuff going on. Private Party got involved. The other Inner Circle guys involved. Hurricane shows up.
Gangrel shows up.
Hostage of Gangrel, of all people. Gets thrown in the lake. Comes back as ace reporter Gregory Helms. I was hoping you'd get thrown in and come out as 3 count.
A lot of people were. A lot of people were.
They must have tried, right? They must have called Evan Courageous to see if he would show up. Shannon Moore's around, right?
Yeah.
Could have been 2 count. Yeah, missed opportunity there.
Yeah, also, this is wrapping up loose ends as well between different promotions and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, at one point, Hardy tossed Guevara into the mud, and he was like, "Sammy, get up before people start thinking this is a mud show."
He said before the old timers start
thinking
a mud show.
I was like, "What a shot at Jim Cornette!"
Good line.
Wow.
Good line. Yeah, I also told Shane that it was long-term storytelling, and you had to get to AEW to wrap it up.
Yeah, that was pretty good too.
Pretty funny stuff. Skarsgård got involved. They went to the Dome of Deletion and a couple of ladder and table spots, and in the end, Matt wins.
I mean, it's his match. He should
It's
have
his
obviously won. Also,
Yeah.
where did he get a monster truck from? What the hell?
Yeah. Why wouldn't he have a monster truck?
I guess that's true. Why would Sammy have a golf cart? He's supposed to be traumatized by them.
He drove all that way in a
Yeah.
golf cart. So I guess this feud's over, and
I hope so.
presumably they both got through it without suffering any kind of major injuries.
Well, that was kind of the thing. Like, they repeated the spot, but it's a cinematic, so therefore it was okay, and Sammy was, like, bleeding from the back of his head and all that, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about this whatsoever. Like, it seems like they're taking, like, a real-life account and turning it into a work, and it's like, I don't know about this, Chief.
I like that. Real life being worked into angles, that usually works. I'm okay with that. So that is points all round, I think. Yeah, all went for Hardy there. He's the right winner. Then this Inner Circle match. If MJF beats Jericho, he gets to join the Inner Circle. If not, I guess he just doesn't. In the end, what happened here? There was something with the ring.
It was just pretty much a night of Jericho gimmicks that were being paraded by both MJF and Jericho himself.
That's right, MJF had the glowing
The
jacket.
jacket, yeah.
Yeah.
Jericho with the "Come on, baby" pin.
MJF won. It was with some roll up or something. I remember it being like a bit of a nothing.
Dynamite. Wasn't the ring involved or no?
He definitely got involved, but I think he missed the punch, and Jericho did something after that, and I can't remember what happened. I only watched it last night. This is embarrassing. What the hell happened? Yeah, just a roll up. I guess there you go, roll up. And Wardlow apparently is allowed in as well,
Yeah, 2-for-1 deal.
according to ProWrestlingSheet.com. So that is points all round again. That had to happen. We'll see what happens now with MJF maybe taking over the Inner Circle.
Well, now this week they had a celebration for it with 20-mile-per-hour winds with confetti and balloons, and the wind pretty much took all the celebratory stuff out of Daly's place.
Well,
but
attempt was made.
apparently they're going to Vegas next week during a pandemic.
Apparently they're already there.
Probably filming, yeah.
The
but
Inner
still.
Circle are already there.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find it, but they posted a picture.
Well, I think I've seen that as well. Then.
Yeah, put it in Skype and I'll try to throw it up on the stream here as soon as I can.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's see.
There they are.
MJF and Jericho are the only happy ones here. Let me see if I can. There's the chrome. Yeah, there we are. Oh man, I don't know. Any trip to Vegas seems like a good trip, but what do I know?
Never been.
Same.
No, me neither.
Wouldn't mind visiting it.
Yeah, one day maybe. I hear it's just too hot there. It's just overbearingly hot.
Yeah, because it's like a desert, basically.
I guess it will happen if you're in the desert. Yeah. Also, I have no money, so you know.
Yeah, it helps, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I feel like it would help. Main event time. I Quit match for the world title. Moxley and Kingston had, I don't know, a fairly crazy match. I was expecting it to be a bit crazier, but there was some barbed wire and some thumbtacks involved. It was
Also a lot of blood.
decent amount of blood. I was expecting a little more, but I don't know.
Yeah, same here. For as much of animosity these two had between each other, you'd think there would have been a little bit more of a, I don't know, aggression, something like that.
Yeah, something. Nothing bad though. It was still fine, and Dave gave that one 4.25.
Oh God.
Yeah.
He's just being too generous, I feel.
He is being pretty generous here. He gave Omega and Page 4.5, Cody and Darby 4.25. He enjoyed the show, I guess. In the end, Moxley wins with the barbed wire bulldog choke, and Eddie quits. So that is more points all round. So, good finish for us. Which means at the end, 9 matches on the show. Smoot, unfortunately, only a 5. Still not bad. I scraped by with a 6. Will with a 7. Beans, I don't know where he is. I don't know how he does it. 8 out of 9. Only let down by Adam Page. Which puts the totals after 45 matches at Beans lagging behind on 12, which, you know,
Pretty good showing, I have to say.
quite a comeback. Then Smoot in third on 29. Will is on 31, and I'm only barely ahead on 32. So it's another close one. Both WWE and AEW prediction games are super close.
I'm somehow killing it in the WWE one this year. I don't know how. Considering I haven't watched it in months. Since WrestleMania. And it's just I don't know. The one program I watch is apparently the one I'm doing terrible at. So let's see if this works. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Here, a second, let me pan the music down. Real quick, with speaking of WWE, one of the major headlines yesterday was that Zelina Vega was being released. And
Yeah, that's a story.
don't know if you have any thoughts on that. And soon after, she posted a tweet saying that she supports unionization, which...
I heard it was just before, but only just before.
Yeah.
So I'm sure the release wasn't, because of that, but presumably that was because of the upcoming release.
Yeah.
She supports unionization. She gets fired. Future endeavored. Then Aleister Black decides that he wants to be sent back to NXT.
Can't say that I blame
Put in
him.
a request, which was then denied.
Probably because he wants his second eye back.
Would help. It's nice to have 2 eyes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess he's not happy either. And who knows? Maybe he's on his way out.
Yeah, that's the speculatory thing, since, it's not that uncommon that people who are husband and wife or boyfriend and girlfriend have different, different jobs from different companies, Moxley and Renee Young for the longest time, things like that. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a shitty situation, if you ask me.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, apparently she was at SmackDown last night.
How? She was fired?
No. I mean, in the daytime, sorry. She was actually as far as she was concerned, she was ready to work. So
that's really lousy.
She didn't see it coming.
Oh.
It looks like she was let go in the afternoon. She sent that tweet, and then there was a resent their tweet. So I think the tweets are a bit bad timing, but I don't think it was anything meant by that.
It might have been the whole Twitch thing, It's
Well, yeah, that's the speculation. That she's one of her and Paige are the ones that have been kind of vocal about it. I know
Yeah.
the others have said stuff, but they've been more vocal. So, bit weird how they've let her go and not Paige, though. I don't get that.
Yeah, Paige has been like more vocal than
Paige
anything.
said a lot worse, yeah.
Yeah.
So, unless there's something else we don't know of. But...
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't checked to see if there's any sort of update on the reasoning behind it, but yeah, that doesn't make too much sense to me. And the fact that, like, I don't know, I think Zelina's a heck of a talent, and I'm sure she's gonna, either rebound back to TNA or even go to AEW. I mean, AEW's killing it right now, But why are you firing people during a pandemic? I still don't understand that. Tony Chimmel, by the way, was also supposedly released as well, but that wasn't publicly announced.
I thought he was released ages ago.
I thought he'd gone a while ago, yeah.
Apparently not.
Huh. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that WrestleVote's Twitter account quite well known for some
scoops.
Scoops, as they say. Yeah. They said there's a bit more to the behind the scenes to the Vegas story. Frustration from both sides is an understatement. While it can't be directly tied to today's news, Aleister Black recently requested his move to NXT and was denied. Dissension amongst the parties involved.
Yeah, that's a stumper. Because, like, I don't know what they're doing with Aleister Black on the main roster, but it's not good from what I've seen. Especially if they're doing the whole, like, oh, Seth Rollins is going to take your eye out, but you're not Rey Mysterio routine, Like, it's so hokey. So, I don't know. It just... If he gets back to NXT, more power to him, but that seems like the best option for the time being. Not only for them, but for a lot of superstars.
Mm-hmm. Apparently they've got 2 weeks left in the Amway Center.
Unless they file an extension, which they probably will, because there's new records being posted every day of the COVID numbers.
It doesn't look like they're going to be able to, though, because...
I think, there's like a lot of... Again, like every day there's like a new record of like new incoming cases and things like that coming being posted. So I don't think they're going to be able to travel unless they get like another quote unquote Thunderdome in like a different location somewhere.
Well, yeah, that's the big thing. It's not so much they want to go out; it's that apparently the NBA want to start using the arena.
Oh yeah.
So they've told the WWE they've got to be out by the 1st of December.
Oh yeah, get out.
So probably they are looking for another place to do the Thunderdome, but it's not as easy apparently because the system doesn't work very well in some older arenas, so it's got to be specific places.
Why not the Capitol Wrestling Center in Orlando, Florida?
I did see a tweet from it's a baseball stadium in Florida that I can't remember the name of. Apparently, ironically enough, it used to be called the Thunderdome.
Huh.
So apparently they're looking at that as a possibility. But yeah, nothing announced yet. And they also want to do something different, is what the quote says, for the Rumble.
Something different.
Whatever that means. It's this WrestleVote again. They've said that. Where is it? The Thunderdome concept will continue into February. Maybe not in the same location, but the Thunderdome itself will. However, WWE is working on something different for the Rumble. They want fans, even if it's just for the one show.
Good luck getting them.
Fans.
Good luck getting them. You're not gonna get people in there. I'm actually kind of surprised that Full Gear had like 1,000 fans in attendance.
Yeah.
Unless it's kind of like what they were doing with like all of the safe provisions of, have to wear masks, be spaced out, sitting in pods, things like that. Unless WWE does that, I don't think they're gonna get people into like a stadium or anything like that, especially a closed roof stadium.
Yeah. No, I think you're right.
So if they're trying to get fans, they gotta play by the rules here as well, as JR would say.
I did see a report as well that on that note, they have discussed pushing Mania back a few weeks to have more chance of getting fans in. So.
Yeah, everybody's hoping for like 2021 to be like the answer to like end COVID, and I'm like, yeah, keep hoping.
Even when there is some kind of answer, it's going to take a while to implement it.
Yeah, because then you're going to have people not wanting to take a vaccine if there is a ready to go vaccine for it, because of, anti-vaxxers and things like that.
You just shoot them.
No. Can't say that. How dare you?
How dare you?
No, I that's a mood, I feel. I
don't know. I'm slightly more. Maybe it's optimism. I don't know, but I think we get into probably Mania season, that kind of March, April. I think we'll be looking at a slightly more optimistic picture, especially if this vaccine turns out to be as good as they say it is.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Is like it's a vaccine that's been rushed, and I've seen I Am Legend before, so
that's it. I don't know if the people who are refusing to take it or say they don't want to. It's not so much the anti-vax thing, but the untested vaccine.
Yeah, that.
Like
that's what I'm
that.
worried about.
I'm not in any hurry to take it.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see what happens first. But taking it, I guess.
I'm right in that boat.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think if they've proved that apparently the trials that they've done, it's worked in them for like 3 months or something. I think I was reading.
It took a while for. Was it the bird flu in the 70s or something, and the vaccine gave everyone Guillain-Barré syndrome? It's like worse than bird flu. It's like brutal.
Well, an I Am Legend is supposed to be like the cure for cancer, but it killed everybody in terms of these like Wendigo things. So.
Still haven't seen I Am Legend. I feel like I should.
It's alright, but the Will Smith version has a shitty ending to it.
Yeah.
There's another thing.
Quite like Will Smith films. He's usually quite good.
Yeah, everything up until, like I said, everything up until the ending, it was pretty good. The ending kind of ruined it for me.
I didn't know there was another version. Who's in the other one?
It was supposedly a remake from like, how long ago?
Done a few times, I think.
Yeah.
Really?
1971.
So the I Am Legend book. So The Last Man on Earth and The Omega Man, both.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah.
And it's also the inspiration behind Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm done.
There's loads of films I need to watch. I just never get around to watching them.
I've been recommended Utopia twice recently.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
No.
I have not.
No. So there was 2 seasons of it done over here, and then they Netflix bought it after it was cancelled. Did an American version, which completely misses the, just not the same thing. Like when they grab the In-Betweeners and What else has the US done that just missed the mark?
I seen
Black Mirror was never the same when it went to Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever catch the American Shameless?
No, I haven't watched our version.
That was bad. It just didn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, Utopia is supposed to be about a comic, I guess, that predicts the future, whether deliberately or not, I don't know. But people find this comic that predicts the next big virus, and then it turns out that it's basically the Rona. You know, this series predicted the coronavirus, and it's kind of gained some steam despite being cancelled like 6 years ago. People watching it again. It's on Amazon Prime, so I might have to watch that one.
Yeah, I want to watch. It's been available for a while now. The Irishman on Netflix.
Oh, I still haven't seen that.
I keep, but it's putting me off. It's on for 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
So.
I've heard the de-aging thing is really impressive, but they all still move like old men.
Really?
It still looks weird.
Yeah, there's a few I need to watch.
There was loads. I always lose track of the things that I need to watch. I'll see things on usually Amazon Prime, and then just forget all about it. Think, yeah, one day I'll watch that. It doesn't happen. So here's a wrestling story. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, there's talent in WWE that has been told in recent contract negotiations that the old way of touring is not coming back, even if and when the country bounces back from COVID. Presumably that's a when, not an if, but even after all of this, they're not touring again like they used to.
Yeah, I can see that. It was never, especially more recently, obviously early last year, but early this year, sorry. The house shows and all that weren't doing very well anyway, really.
They've been losing money on house shows, yeah.
I don't forget that it's very rare, especially when it's over here, because obviously they tend to do better over here than they do in America. But
even our numbers have gone way, way, way down.
Well, this is it. The SmackDown taping I went to last November, near enough the whole half side of the arena was topped off. I've never seen that before at a UK show. Even SmackDown, and that tends to do worse than Raw, but that's always sold out. But not this time. Interestingly enough, this week, we're talking to a friend who we go to the shows with. The week just gone, the last Monday of last week, should have been the European tour, should have been the UK Raw.
Yeah, you brought that up.
So, hopefully we get to go. Don't think we'll be going in April.
No.
Maybe November next year. It's possible.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. Anything else going on in the world?
No, that seems to be it. Apparently, a lot of people giving Dana Brooke a bunch of guff.
Oh yeah, I just seen this one.
Apparently, having her mask down at some sort of UFC event.
Boxing, apparently.
Boxing
yesterday, hugging people with no mask.
God, I'm gonna get mad at this. Let me take a look here at the video if I can find it. Well, I found it. I'm waiting for it to load up here.
Apparently TNA Impact Wrestling, sorry. Turning Point is tonight. Who knew?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
TNA Turning Point. Turning Point.
Main event is Rich Swann against Sami Callihan for the Impact World title.
Yeah, I just saw the video here, and I don't see the big issue. Like, yeah, she doesn't have a mask on, but at least she's got it on her face, where like other people in the video that you can clearly see are also not wearing a mask. So,
Yeah.
I don't think you can be mad at her directly. It's the fact that everybody else isn't wearing a mask, and it's kind of the everybody should be wearing a mask ordeal.
Yeah.
That I think is the bigger issue.
Yeah. I don't even care at this point. There's so many people not wearing masks. It's like, I can't be that outraged. If she gets sick, then obviously she was dumb. If not, then it's fine.
If everybody wants to be working from home and all this other stuff, yeah, and don't wear a mask. But to help to prevent the spread and make sure that your grandma isn't going to die tomorrow, wear a mask. That's just that's just how it is. I feel
it's how it is, but I can't spend like the whole day just getting pissed at people who aren't doing it.
Right. Right.
You're gonna do it. I'm gonna wear mine when I go into a supermarket.
Same.
And not most other places, but it's like, it's fine. Just stay away from people.
Yeah.
Especially vulnerable. And you'll probably be fine.
Yeah.
So, Impact turning point this year. Rich Swann, Sami Callihan, you said there. Su Yung, Deonna Purrazzo. The North, the Good Brothers. Brian Myers, so that's Kurt Hawkins versus Hornswoggle. Moose Willie Mack. Emma and Jordan Grace versus Rosemary and Taya Valkyrie. Daivari versus Eddie Edwards. Big Evan Bourne. Chris Sabin and James Storm are a team.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I'll be watching this one. Nothing's really grabbing me here.
Can't imagine why.
I assume we're nearly finished.
Yeah.
Before we go, SmackDown last night.
What about it?
Chelsea Green from NXT.
Oh yeah, she broke her
made
wrist.
A debut on SmackDown and lasted all of about 5 minutes.
Oh no.
Yeah, she was brought out as the fourth mystery person in the Fatal 4-Way women's match. I didn't actually see it happen. At least I didn't see it happen. I don't think it was on camera. When they came back from commercials, she wasn't there. And she's been taken out because she'd done the dementia show at the time, but since been found she broke her wrist.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not great for her as a debut, and she's done that.
No, bad timing.
And it's not the first time she broke her wrist, actually. She did it in NXT as well. So. Apparently it was on camera and stuff like that. I don't know if she noticed it.
Yeah, tough luck for her, man. So.
I got into the Thunderdome last night and I gave up after about an hour because I couldn't see myself. So that was my Friday night.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. I just wrapped up on Fortnite. I bought a skin, so I was like, why not? It's been a while. Let me treat myself. I still have enough for hopefully the season pass coming up at the end of the month, which is holy shit, 16 days away. I didn't even realize. Okay, well, I gotta hunker down and level up my character.
I'm just looking through the Squared Circle Reddit here, and there's a load of threads called SmackDown Spoilers, and they've all got titles that are interesting me. Chad Gable offers his services to a superstar. I like Chad Gable. Turns out it's Otis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it. Interested about that. There's Savior No More. That is Buddy Murphy turning on Seth Rollins, which I thought happened like 2 months ago. Superstar confirms injury here. That is Chelsea Green in the hospital.
Yep.
Injured wrestler's partner shares message. Yeah, that's Chelsea Green again. Oh, yeah, loads of these things. Rey Mysterio going for broke. SmackDown spoilers. Oh man, maybe I want to watch SmackDown, and then every time I click on one.
Just kidding.
Here we go. Ecstatic to make the Survivor Series team. Who could this be? Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott.
Yep.
Great.
Buddy Murphy's been accepted by the Mysterios now. That was
really?
Major development. They did a no holds barred match. They called it the final chapter between Mysterio and Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
And Murphy helped Mysterio win. And then Mysterio invited Murphy into the ring when they were celebrating, and then he hugged, what's her name? Aliyah.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's happy. He's going for Christmas dinner now. So.
Oh, that's nice.
I made the last bit up.
Very trusting after all these months.
Well, that's it.
After one night, he's a good guy now.
Yeah. Apparently we're not going to see Rollins after Survivor Series for at least a couple of months.
Really? They really need stars right now.
He's taking time off because Becky.
Oh, she's due.
She's due.
Oh right, yeah.
So.
Fair enough. I don't think anyone's going to be missing the Friday Night Messiah.
They won't call him that anymore. They're just calling him the Messiah now. Does it really
sounds stupid.
specify what night he's
The
on?
Messiah.
The Messiah. I don't know if that sounds better or worse. It's just like he's just Jesus now. It's not specifying that he's a Monday night.
They've Carmella's back as well, and she's been attacking Sasha.
Yeah.
And then I don't get it because she actually the attacks and stuff have been coming off quite well. But then as soon as she's finished, the camera cuts back to Cole and Graves, and Graves is just sat there with a big beaming grin on his face.
Oh my god.
I was like, I don't know whether they're trying to not mention it or they're not doing it on purpose. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's got to be on purpose.
It has to be.
Then the first time, when she come back the first time, we got back to them and Cole said, "What do you think of that?" He went, "Well, obviously I'm happy." So...
Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me. Or I think in general. We'll hopefully be back.
Let's go home.
Yeah, we'll be back next week. Hopefully with Beans. That's gonna do it for us. Also, we got a lot of. I think last week when we had you had the little live thing on the bottom of the screen. I think we got a lot of people clicking in, and then they were like, "Oh man, this isn't the actual buy-in. I'm out of here. Goodbye. Oh, this is stupid. I'm just gonna dislike this and I'm out. Goodbye."
There's the voice again.
I love doing it. It's great. So
before we go, sorry, one last very quick tidbit of news. Well, it's not really news, but more of a did you know?
Nope, I didn't know.
Adam Pearce.
Yeah, what about him?
I'm sure you're familiar of the.
Yeah, Commissioner Pierce. What about him?
Scrap iron.
Yeah.
Did you know he's a former NWA World Heavyweight Champion?
Yeah, he was NWA
Really?
champion for ages. He was like
I didn't
3
know.
years or something. You had it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when
Yeah.
NWA was at its lowest, when
Yeah.
it was just not doing anything, and TNA had split off, and they were doing all right, and no one cared about NWA. Yeah, he was champion for years and years.
Yeah, he was on Corey Graves' podcast, whatever, After the Bells or something. He was on that, and he mentioned to tell about his in-ring career. He also wants to fight Randy Orton, apparently. So.
I bet.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll be back next week. Take care, stay safe, wear your masks and all that, and we'll see you next time. Good night.